As I always say, I grew up on the mean, lean gritty streets of Chestnut Hill, fighting for parking spaces at the Chestnut Hill Mall. That was the toughest thing I had to deal with, and was afforded a great education, a private school, New England, Williams College, a small liberal arts school, and graduate school for a year at Harvard. And despite all those great educational institutions, and I did get something from them, but the greatest educational experience of my life was the first 2 weeks I started working in South Boston in the fall of 1990 with a bunch of at-risk, for lack of a better term, young people, boys and girls, struggling with school, struggling in some cases with the law, with their families. And for the first time in my life, I saw firsthand truancy, substance abuse. You know, so many of the urban ills we hear and read about are bombarded with on a daily basis. In addition, I learned about, at the same time, on a positive note, I learned about the power of relationships and how mentoring and consistent caring adults can help so many young people develop the sense of resilience and sense of self so that they can rise in their own life. And that was what I saw at the Boys and Girls Club in South Boston back then. And I also had a great opportunity to spend, after my couple of years working there, I got to spend a great 15 years in South Boston, starting a Boys and Girls Club in a small space and building it into a beautiful building with the help. It was a bunch of us that were involved, from the businesses to leaders in the community. And it's, you know, no matter what I go on to do in my life, those years will be the greatest years of my life. And after my family, that period in Chelsea and all the people I met and learned from helped me rise to learn so much really about myself. That's how I rose. And I learned so much just from talking to people, the kids I got to work with, and then of course the staff. And it's funny, as I said, I grew up on the mean streets of Chestnut Hill. I never had to pay a college note, never had to worry about anything. And you know, as I always say, I like to learn from people. I learned from everyone.